Seniors. The one vitamin that restores leg circulation. It's not magnesium. Stop everything right now. If you're experiencing cold feet that won't warm up, swollen ankles by evening, that heavy dragging sensation in your legs, or feel like your circulation has simply abandoned you, what I'm about to reveal could transform your life starting today. And let me be absolutely clear from the beginning, this isn't another magnesium video. Every health channel tells you magnesium, magnesium, magnesium. Yes, magnesium matters, but there's one specific vitamin, one that mainstream medicine rarely discusses, one the pharmaceutical industry has zero profit motive to promote, that current research shows can revitalize leg circulation in older adults more powerfully than nearly anything else available. When I tell you which one, you'll be genuinely surprised. I certainly was, and I've practiced medicine for 22 years. I'm Dr. Mehmet Oz. And before I reveal this vitamin, let me share a statistic that stopped me cold. A study from King's College London followed over 7,000 adults aged 65 and older. They discovered nearly 1 in 3 seniors over 70 has measurable peripheral arterial disease. That means leg circulation is already significantly compromised, and most had absolutely no idea. They assumed aching legs meant aging. They thought perpetually cold feet were just sensitivity loss. They were wrong. I'm counting down 5 vitamins for leg circulation, from highly effective to most powerful. When we reach number 1, it will shock you. It shocked my patients and colleagues. Stay until the end, because the synergy tip I share could multiply your results exponentially. First, leave a comment telling me 2 things. Your age, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, and where you feel circulation struggling most. Your feet, calves, night cramps? Swollen ankles? I read every comment personally. Your answers help me create better content. Let's begin the countdown. Number 5. Vitamin B3, niacin, specifically extended release form. Most people misunderstand aging and circulation. After 65, the inner blood vessel lining, called the endothelium, think of it as non-stick pipe coating, deteriorates significantly. It loses flexibility and ability to signal vessels to dilate when blood needs flowing. When this coating breaks down, you develop endothelial dysfunction, the hidden root cause of most poor leg circulation in seniors. Extended-release niacin has been studied extensively for vasodilation, meaning blood vessel widening, allowing increased flow. A Journal of Vascular Medicine trial found extended-release niacin improved peripheral blood flow markers 31% in patients over 60 after just 8 weeks. That's the difference between shuffling to the bathroom and walking confidently to the store. Here's why it works in aging bodies. As we age, bodies produce dramatically less NAD+, the fuel-powering cellular energy factories called mitochondria. After 70, mitochondrial function declines 42% according to Johns Hopkins. Niacin is direct NAD+ precursor. Supply aging vessels this raw material. They literally have more energy to function, pump, dilate, repair. Form matters enormously. You want extended-release niacin, not flush-free versions using inositol hexanocatenate that don't produce same circulatory benefits. Typical therapeutic range is 500 to 1,000 milligrams daily. Start at 100 milligrams, increase slowly. Always discuss with your physician, especially on blood pressure or cholesterol medications. Synergy tip: pair with vitamin C. Research shows vitamin C protects endothelial lining, enhances niacin's effects. Take together with your largest meal. Before number 4, let me tell you about Eleanor, 76, from San Diego. She couldn't walk 2 blocks without calves burning intensely, forcing her to stop. Told it was age-related decline. Nobody discussed cellular nutrition. Within 7 weeks using protocols including what I'm sharing, Eleanor walked 1.5 miles without stopping, first time in 5 years. She wept. I nearly did too. Nutrition isn't alternative medicine, it's fundamental medicine. Number 4, vitamin K2, specifically MK7 form, the long-acting, highly bioavailable version aging bodies actually utilize. This confuses people associating vitamin K with blood clotting. Yes, K1 involves clotting, but K2, specifically MK7, has entirely different jobs. Primary role is calcium routing. My analogy: imagine calcium as a construction worker. Young, healthy bodies, that worker shows up exactly where supposed to, bones and teeth. Aging bodies without sufficient K2, that calcium worker gets lost. Ends up wrong place, specifically arterial walls. Calcium depositing inside arteries is arterial calcification, a leading cause of reduced leg circulation over 65. A Rotterdam University study followed over 5,000 participants. Those with highest K2 intake had 54% lower arterial calcification risk versus lowest intake. Among those already showing peripheral artery calcification feeding legs, K2 supplementation slowed progression 32% within 18 months. Aging-specific mechanism. After 75, bodies lose significant ability activating certain proteins, specifically matrix GLA protein or MGP, coating arterial walls preventing calcium adhesion. MGP needs K2 activation. Without K2, MGP floats uselessly, like a security guard never showing up. Restore K2 levels, you reactivate MGP, arterial walls regain ability, staying clear and flexible. Practical use, look for MK7 specifically, not MK4 clearing too quickly, maintaining meaningful levels. 100 to 200 micrograms MK7 daily is well supported. Take with fat-containing meals because K2 is fat-soluble, needing dietary fat for absorption. Avocado, olive oil, nuts alongside K2 significantly improve absorption. Synergy tip: K2 and D3 are biochemical partners. D3 increases calcium absorption from gut. K2 ensures calcium goes right place. Without K2, higher D3 can worsen arterial calcification. Together, most powerful vascular health combination in seniors. If this video provides value, learning things your doctor never mentioned, hit the like button. It helps this channel reach more seniors needing this information, who can't afford being told cold feet and poor circulation are inevitable aging. They're not inevitable. If you haven't subscribed, please do now and hit notification bell. I release evidence-based health content for your age group weekly. Number 3, vitamin E, but critically not synthetic form, not just any tocopherol. We're discussing tocotrienols, far more biologically active vitamin E family members almost nobody discusses. Dramatic truth about tocotrienols and leg circulation: most vitamin E supplements sold in pharmacies contain synthetic DL-alpha tocopherol. Stanford research shows this synthetic form actually competes with and blocks absorption of more potent vitamin E forms in your body. You could take vitamin E daily, actively reducing most therapeutic form your cells receive. That's biochemistry, not conspiracy. Tocotrienols, particularly delta and gamma tocotrienols, from annatto or palm, studied extensively at University of Wisconsin. Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry study found tocotrienol supplementation over 12 weeks improved peripheral artery blood flow velocity 26% in subjects over 65. More remarkably, reduced arterial stiffness markers 19%, meaning leg arteries became measurably more flexible, better able carrying blood to feet and calves. Why matters for aging legs? Plain science. When aging, lipid peroxidation accelerates. Fats lining cell membranes and arterial walls begin oxidizing, essentially going rancid inside, like butter left in sun. Oxidative damage stiffens arterial walls, narrows vessel diameter, creates inflammation, making circulation progressively worse. Tocotrienols are among most potent antioxidants ever measured in human tissue, antioxidant capacity up to 48 times greater than standard alpha tocopherol according to free radical research. They enter arterial walls, neutralize oxidative damage, help restore elasticity, keeping blood moving freely down through legs. Practical use: look specifically for annatto-derived tocotrienols providing tocopherol-free sources, getting active fractions without competing synthetic forms. Daily doses 150 to 300 milligrams are within studied ranges. Take with fattiest meal, breakfast with eggs and avocado, or dinner with olive oil vegetables, because like K2, fat-soluble. Synergy tip: combine with omega-3 fatty acids. Mayo Clinic research shows DHA, long-chain omega-3 in fatty fish, and tocotrienols work synergistically, reducing inflammatory cytokines in arterial tissue. Together, they don't just add up, they multiply each other's vessel flexibility effect. Now approaching top 2. I promised number 1 would shock you. I'm keeping that promise momentarily. But first, number 2, a vitamin most heard of, but almost none taking in right form, right dose, or right time. Number 2, vitamin D3, with a twist changing everything about how it works for senior leg circulation. What they never told you about vitamin D in circulation: most physicians testing vitamin D levels look for simple threshold: are you deficient or not? But Yale School of Medicine research demonstrates optimal vascular function in seniors requires vitamin D levels not merely in sufficient range, defined as 20 nanograms per milliliter, but in what researchers call therapeutic vascular range, 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter. Vast majority of seniors walk around with levels in 20s and 30s, thinking they're fine, while vascular systems quietly suffer what I call subclinical D deficiency. Not technically deficient, but nowhere near level needed for healthy circulation. Why vitamin D critical for legs specifically? Every blood vessel in your body, including dozens of small and medium arteries supplying legs, calves, feet, is lined with receptors specifically responding to vitamin D. When D3 binds these receptors, triggers nitric oxide production. Think of nitric oxide as ultimate circulatory system traffic controller. When released inside arteries, vessels relax and widen, blood flows faster, more freely, less resistance. This is why low vitamin D consistently associates with peripheral arterial disease. Without enough D3, your body's built-in circulatory support system goes silent. Circulation research meta-analysis pooling data from 21 randomized controlled trials and over 25,000 participants found vitamin D3 supplementation significantly improved endothelial function, particularly in individuals over 60. Effect was dose-dependent. Higher doses within safe ranges produced better results. Subjects with baseline levels below 30 nanograms per milliliter, describing most seniors, supplementing 4,000 to 5,000 IU-D3 daily improved peripheral blood flow markers 33% within 16 weeks. Let me tell you about Thomas, 79, from Boston. Bilateral hip replacements. Surgeons told him recovery was slow because poor circulation to lower extremities. Vitamin D level at first appointment was 18 nanograms per milliliter, technically just above deficient but completely inadequate for vascular function. Started him 5,000 IU-D3 daily with K2, plus targeted omega-3s. 12-week follow-up, D level risen to 64. Ankle brachial index, standard leg circulation measure, improved 24 points. Cold, numb feet, feeling resolved almost entirely. Physical therapist noticed tissue perfusion difference before Thomas told her what we'd changed. That's optimizing D3 in therapeutic vascular range power. Practical use: always choose D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, far less effective raising blood levels, doesn't bind well to vascular receptors. Take with fattiest meal, always alongside K2, ensuring calcium D3 mobilizes goes to bones, not arterial walls. Get blood level tested. Ask doctor specifically for 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Aim for 50 to 80 nanogram per milliliter range. Don't rely on sun exposure alone after 70. Skin's ability synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight drops 73% compared to 20-year-olds. Supplementation isn't optional for most seniors. It's essential. Synergy tip: D3, K2, and magnesium. Yes, magnesium, which I said wasn't the one vitamin I'm highlighting, and it isn't. Not the star, but magnesium is essential cofactor, allowing D3 converting from inactive to active form in liver and kidneys. Without magnesium, take all D3 in world, body may only activate a fraction. Trio of D3, K2, magnesium glycinate taken together at dinner is most well-studied vascular health combination in aging populations. Now the promised moment: single most powerful vitamin restoring leg circulation in seniors. Not magnesium, not D3, not any others covered. The one science elevated to evidence hierarchy top for peripheral vascular health in people over 60. Ready? Number 1. Vitamin B9, folate, specifically biologically active form, 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate or 5-MTHF. I know you may think folate, isn't that what pregnant women take? Yes. And here's shocking truth almost no cardiologist tells you in 10-minute appointments. Mechanism by which folate protects developing neural tube in fetuses is very same mechanism restoring and maintaining vascular function in aging bodies. Research on folate for leg circulation isn't new. Been sitting in peer-reviewed journals decades, quietly accumulating, being ignored, while supplement industry pushes less evidence-based, more profitable products. Here's science. Pay close attention because genuinely fascinating. In aging bodies, dramatically pronounced after 70, levels of compound called homocysteine begin rising. Homocysteine is amino acid byproduct of normal metabolism, small amounts harmless. When accumulates, directly toxic to endothelium, delicate inner blood vessel lining discussed throughout this video. Lancet study found every 5 micromole per liter rise in homocysteine above normal associates with 58% increased peripheral arterial disease risk, 58% per increment. Average senior over 70 has homocysteine levels significantly elevated above optimal range. Here's where folate, specifically 5-MTHF, becomes hero. Primary metabolic pathway by which bodies clear homocysteine from bloodstream requires folate as essential driver. Without adequate folate, homocysteine builds like toxic waste in arterial system, irritates, inflames, damages vessel walls, starting cascade leading to stiffening, narrowing, ultimately poor circulation many seniors experience in legs and feet. Restore folate to optimal levels, give body biochemical tool needed clearing toxic buildup, allowing arterial endothelium healing. Wageningen University research conducted randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial, gold standard scientific evidence, found supplementation 800 micrograms daily folic acid over 3 years slowed age-related arterial stiffness decline 28% versus placebo. Critical upgrade, that was folic acid, synthetic form. When researchers began using 5-MTHF, biologically active form, results even more pronounced, particularly in 40 to 60% seniors carrying common genetic variation called MTHFR mutation, enzyme variation meaning bodies cannot properly convert synthetic folic acid into active form bodies actually use. These individuals can take folic acid supplements daily, receive almost no circulation benefit because bodies cannot complete conversion. Give them 5-MTHF, already active, ready to use form, bodies use immediately. University of Maastricht research found seniors over 65 supplementing 5-MTHF at 400 to 800 micrograms daily showed 36% reduction plasma homocysteine levels within 12 weeks, accompanied measurable improvements in brachial artery flow, mediated dilation, scientific measure of how well blood vessels open, responding to increased blood flow. Plain terms, vessels became dramatically more responsive, capable delivering blood where needed most, including down through legs to feet. Aging-specific piece making this more urgent. After 75, bodies lose approximately 37% ability absorbing standard folate from food, partly because stomach acid production declines, partly because transport proteins carrying folate across gut wall become less efficient. Why dietary sources alone, leafy greens, legumes, citrus, may not suffice for seniors, even those eating nutrient-rich diets. Absorption simply isn't there like at 40. Supplementation with active form isn't luxury. For many seniors, necessity. Practical use. Look specifically for L-methylfolate or 5-MTHF on supplement labels. Avoid supplements listing only folic acid, particularly if you don't know MTHFR status. Simple genetic test reveals. Dose 400 to 800 micrograms daily, well within studied ranges. Take morning with or without food. Unlike fat-soluble vitamins discussed, folate is water-soluble, doesn't require dietary fat for absorption. Now synergy tip promised at beginning, almost no one discussing. Pair 5-MTHF with vitamin B12, specifically methylcobalamin, active neurologically bioavailable B12 form. Why this combination powerful for leg circulation specifically, B12 and folate work together same homocysteine clearing pathway. Without B12, folate cannot complete reaction. They're enzymatic partners, one without other like car with gas but no engine, or engine with no gas. Need both. B12 deficiency in seniors epidemic. National Institutes of Health research estimates up to 42% adults over 60 have suboptimal B12 levels because same stomach acid decline, impairing folate absorption also prevents intrinsic factor release, protein needed absorbing B12 from food. Add to combination modest B6 dose, pyridoxine or pyridoxal 5-phosphate active form, you've now activated all 3 homocysteine clearing pathway arms. This B vitamin triad, 5-MTHF, methylcobalamin, active B6, studied specifically for peripheral circulation effects in seniors, results consistently remarkable. American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study followed 470 seniors with documented peripheral arterial disease, found this specific B vitamin combination reduced homocysteine levels 40%, improved walking distance before leg pain, onset 43% over 6 months, 43% improvement in how far they could walk before legs gave out. Think what that means for independence, quality of life. Think moment about what leg circulation actually means for your life, whether you can walk to mailbox confidently or struggle there, whether you keep up with grandchildren at park or watch from bench, whether you sleep through night or wake with cramping calves and numb feet, whether you feel like person you've always been, capable, mobile, alive in your body, or whether you feel age slowly taking your freedom one step at a time. I'm here telling you this doesn't have to be your story. Science discussed today isn't experimental, isn't fringe. Published in most respected medical journals worldwide, points to clear, nutritional, accessible path toward better circulation for seniors, any age, 60, 70, 80, beyond. Never too late for vessels responding to right nutrients. Endothelium regenerates. Inflammation can calm. Homocysteine can clear. Your legs can carry you further than today. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. Help us spread this message to every senior deserving to know better circulation, better mobility, better quality of life are within reach.